I sang. That was the best I could find. One day I found a piano. It was in the basement of a friend's home. Mom and Dad were playing cards upstairs, sent me down to the basement to go do something. There was a piano. Now, why is this important? Again, my story, universal. How do you see something that you've never seen before? I'd never touched a piano. I think this is critical. When I looked at it, I didn't say, gosh, you know what, I don't have any hands. I probably can't play that. Why would I bother? That wasn't how my mind operated. Now, I didn't know what to do at first, because I never really played the piano. But this is what came out within 5 minutes. For that if you like. Thank you. It really was just tough, so that was rather appropriate applause. No standing ovation for that one, I noticed. Anyway, what's the point? The point is this. Thanks for clapping. Actually, let me just talk about this for a brief moment. Don't you love applause? Really, I love applause. Is that why I do this? Nah, it's just a bonus. But I love it. Don't you love metaphorical applause? Is there nothing better, let's be honest now, of somebody come up to you and said, good job, well done, congratulations. That's a nice feeling, isn't it? Nice new shoes, nice new dress, nice new car. Exactly. By the way, do you congratulate people on their nice new stuff? Or are you envious? One time we're in Calgary, driving around with my wife. A guy pulls up next to us in a Ferrari. All right? Here's what I said. I hope he hits a tree and dies. My wife says, did you just say that? Yeah, we're alone here. I'm not on stage, okay? Shut up. Here's what she said. This is a true story. She goes, don't tell me to shut up. And secondly, Alvin, we're always on stage. Excuse me? Does that mean we're pretending? No. We're always on the metaphorical stage. Here's what I think. Once you cross over into the world that I live in, and I'm not suggesting you haven't, but lots of people haven't, correct? The enlightenment that comes with all this amazing love for life, you start to recognize you never stop doing it. You're always on stage, being kind, being generous, giving people their own applause. Do you know what I mean? God, I remember when my mom heard me play that song, she came racing down to the basement. Was that you? I was 11, so I gave the standard answer. Do you see anybody else down here? And then I played again. My mom must have cried for 5 minutes, which I did not understand. But the best part was, she took me on the Yorkton, Saskatchewan Elderly Women's Tea Party circuit. It was awesome. We played for grandmas. Are they the best audience ever? Moms are cool, but grandmas, I love you guys. They would give me milk and cookies for chopsticks. They would give me hugs and kisses and all that grandma love. You gotta love grandma love. And I played like for a year. I thought it was going to be the next big thing. And then one day I went into a lady's kitchen. Instead of milk and cookies, she said these words exactly. You know, your mother wants me to give you lessons, Alvin, and I would love to do that because I've been a piano teacher for 30 years. And I've taught all these students in Yorkton. They're awesome, awesome, awesome. But here's the problem, Alvin. This is exactly what she said. You will never be awesome. It's not your fault. You weren't born to be awesome. Now, I heard a bunch of you go, oh, why are you so surprised at that? How many times have you heard people tell you, you will never succeed, you will never make it, you will never have your dreams? How many times have you heard that? And how many times have you had to say to yourself, yes, I will? And how many times do you say it before one day you look in a mirror and go, geez, maybe they're right? That is probably the third biggest thing I overcame, was not letting all those detractors make me believe that I never would. You know, she had a good point. She said, look how short your toes are. Your toes are just too short to play the piano. And I thought about that, and it made perfect sense. Here was the problem, and this was a typical child problem. We develop, we get to be 12, 13, 14 years old. We start to doubt ourselves. Our self-esteem becomes very difficult because of certain things like, you know, women reading women magazines that show these perfect people that we will never physically be. and men reading men's magazines that say you gotta be macho and tough and